Welcome to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show here on theStreamtv. It was another great week. We finally got the answer to what, the Cavalry. We know now. We had that whole thing. I am your host, Germar Derron. You have two co-hosts here. On my right, that's Stephanie Pressman.
That's me. I know me.
On my left, Anastasia Washington.
Hey. That's her. I know her.
And you know how this works. Hopefully you're here every week. You're here on YouTube. Get in those comments. We can comment back to you, chat with us, get us on Twitter, hashtag AOSAS. And actually, you know that you can find this video on multiple sites. You've probably seen us other places. One of those places now is Infinite Comics, and that is comics with an IX. So that's C-O-M-I-X, Infinite Comics. Now let's dive right into the show with what had to be the biggest topic and what's on everybody's mind right now. Agent May. We've seen the whole show. She was a different person before. She's become this whatever. So what struck you most, Anastasia?
Well, I'm Team May all the way. She's amazing and she does everything I want her to do.
Amazing.
Amazing. But what struck me, I think we have to address is the fact that she killed a child to save a whole bunch of people.
That will change a person.
That will change a person. I mean, I know from not experience, but
Oh, well, I've killed many children.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
No, I haven't. I think that it was, the whole point of this backstory was to show who she was before the incident.
Yeah, she was so much happier.
She was in the shower having relations with her husband and trying to make her own children in that transition. I think that was the important part of this. Wasn't just that she killed an Inhuman, but
right, but that change in her.
Yeah, exactly.
That change from being a happy-go-lucky, let me have my life, to like just business, just kicking butt, and yeah.
One question I thought about is is it realistic? I guess I don't know if realistic is the best word, but that after 7 years she is back in the field. She's definitely this different May. But do you ever really come back from that?
I feel like that's the only thing she could do, right? Because what else does she have? She gave up so much to get to that point. And how do you recover besides just throwing yourself in work? I mean, to me, that's
fair. She didn't have a family, and she's not a desk person. She did it for, I guess, 7 years. But
yeah, but
I think that she did it for a few years because obviously the show
is a year. I mean, I don't know how long in real time the show is. Not our time, but is it a year and a half?
That's a good question.
Somebody tell us that. I'm sure someone knows.
I'm right here. I'm watching
in the comments right now telling us. Also, another big point from this is that she was this. Her whole Cavalry thing was with an Inhuman, as we mentioned.
Right.
So, and it ties directly to what's going on with Skye and her mom, and we're getting there. But
yeah, man.
I mean, really, the connections. Okay, so let's talk about it a little bit. Skye finally meets her mom. They have that whole thing. It was hard not to cry. I think everyone out there would probably agree with me.
Yeah,
all the tissues.
I mean, I will cry at just about anything, but yeah, I needed tissues for this episode.
Yeah.
May and the kid, Skye and her mom. Fits in a toolkit.
The most emotional episode ever. I think one question I got from the whole Inhumans on their island, wherever they are that we don't know, in the mountains or whatever, are they really loyal? That was something that came up a lot. And of course, eventually we know that that's Skye's mom, so that'll be different. But just in general, are they really loyal to their people? Are they who they say they are?
The Inhumans in general?
Or just Inhumans as we know in this show, in that place. Are they really going to take care of them? Will they really take care of Reyna?
You're talking about just in Afterlife.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Man, I don't know. We don't know yet. We haven't seen enough.
Yeah. I think just like with S.H.I.E.L.D., we have these trustworthy groups inside the groups, and I think that is similar to what we're going to see with the Inhumans.
Okay, well, let's draw from the comics and what we know of the Inhumans there. I know that they're all secluded and keep to themselves, but would you think of them?
But they're a family unit.
Yeah, and loyal to themselves.
I mean, I would love for it to follow the comic books. I just feel like it's not going to. I think the most plot twists that you want on TV are supplied by little plants of betrayal.
And know that if you do have some comment, let us know. We'll address that. If you have an answer, if you think you know where this is going, and always tweet at us, Twitter, all week long, hashtag AOSAS. Do you have something?
Oh, I was laughing over Bear Tosser had the comment, the kid had it coming.
Whoa.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Still killing a kid it really hurts you, you know?
Yeah. Who was it? Somebody just said, man, oh gosh, where was it? Oh, never mind.
You lost it? That's okay.
I will say that Joss Whedon knows how to make creepy kids. He's very good at that.
That girl got really creepy real fast, too,
Super
right?
fast.
I was ready to save her before, and I was like, who is this?
No,
is
see,
it the same
I wasn't.
person?
As we were walking through, I was like, don't go near the little girl.
Oh, it was Blade Ninja X01. He said, dude, killing a kid would make me get a desk job, too. Which we had just talked about.
I feel bad because once I realized it was a kid, I was like, killer, bullet in the head. I mean, anyway, I won't talk about that.
Yeah.
I take it back. I made that up. That's not how I felt at all. Let's move on to the next comment, which for the 20th, 25th time, go ahead.
Actually, I wanted to just touch one more second on the Skye's mom thing, because we had one of our questions from last week that got answered tonight, which was about how long did Skye's dad know the mother was still alive?
Right.
And we found out that he pieced her back together. So we had seen before him holding her body,
right, earlier.
Earlier in this season, and now we know that he pieced her back together. What?
What a man! What a man! What a mighty fine man!
And that ties back into the loyalty thing, because the mother obviously knows that Cal is Hyde and crazy and all of that, but she still is taking care of him and everything, and has not left him.
They have some sort of relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is their relationship now? Do you have a guess?
I don't know. I guess the real question is is he going to earn Skye's trust?
They look like a pretty happy family. This little popping champagne. There was no cake.
With all that birthday talk,
I feel
yeah,
exactly. A huge 26th birthday cake.
26
Yeah, but we
cakes.
don't know that it's her birthday.
Yeah, no,
They're just celebrating
talked
all of
about
her
it.
birthdays.
Yeah, they haven't been there the last 20 whatever birthdays.
So next episode, we'll have to celebrate all of our birthdays because you weren't there.
Yep.
That's fair. What I would say about that is I think that maybe Skye will come over a little bit, but of course he's going to snap and go crazy and do something weird. He's all juiced up.
In his character
Yeah, that's who
to
he
do
is.
that.
Yeah. And then she'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, he's crazy. I just happen to have a crazy father. Get him out of here. Where's Gordon?
But then he'll get normal again, and then he'll get crazy.
how that works.
It's just a little
Does it on the
roller
other side of
coaster.
the
I hope they could. I mean, I'm a softie. I hope they form some sort of relationship.
Oh.
Well, they will. It just will be destroyed.
And distant. And weird and crazy.
Yep.
So,
Next topic.
for the 20th time, I think this season, I have to revisit it. Can we trust Coulson? I mean, that was really good evidence. For the first time in this episode, I think there was actual, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but he's definitely doing his own thing out there.
Can you trust a secret agent in general?
Nope. Somebody said that on a previous episode. That's what we
you
do.
can't.
We lie, we keep secrets.
That's their
that's our career.
No, but I love Coulson, and I don't think he's keeping anything that is harmful to everyone. I think that I really believe that Coulson is good and he's doing good, and you can trust Coulson and trust his
motivations, intentions.
Motivations, exactly. Intentions, all of those things. You can trust that he's doing it for the good.
I mean, you can trust Coulson as far as you can trust a good agent. Yes.
Okay.
I
You don't
put
like
my
agents.
faith. No,
You're
I'm not
anti-government.
saying
It's too
I'm
late.
not negative about agents.
Yeah, FBI's
What
coming
I'm
for you right
saying
now.
is that Coulson is good. In Coulson, I trust. Do I need to know everything? No.
Yeah,
That's
no.
how I feel about government.
I'm just gonna start crying again, you guys. I'm just gonna cry.
You need to know basis.
Yeah, I'm with you. I work for the government, and that's how I feel. I just authority and chain of command.
Yep.
But
That's why I'm Melinda May.
superpowered people, that's why they're worried. You can't control superpowers, and it looks like he's starting his own Coulson superpowered army.
I don't know about that. I think that when we started S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm not saying when we went out and
three of
started
us.
S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm saying when we
I don't remember
started
this.
the first season of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Mike, it was all about helping and taking care of people with special powers.
That
It wasn't about
their
exploiting
branch,
them.
though.
Yeah.
Their little hub was all about helping. The rest of S.H.I.E.L.D. was different.
Yes, but we're talking about Coulson and Coulson going out and
Taking over the world in his
and
own
doing-
Coulson style. That's not where you're going, I'm sorry.
working with Inhumans. I think that there's nothing to distrust there, because that's what he's done in the past, and that's been a good thing.
Maybe it's my dark side tendencies. I don't really care if he's like the Sith Lord of Agents
You
of
just
S.H.I.E.L.D.
like Coulson.
I like Coulson. I follow you. I volunteer.
Your dark side. All right, cool. So, Reyna is the clairvoyant, apparently, right? Who saw that coming?
Oh my God, Reyna's the clairvoyant? No way!
Maybe. It looks like she's maybe having dreams of the future, and it's actually true. Do we think this will manifest in some other way? Is there someone we can compare this to in comics? Dreams the future? It feels like somebody I know, but...
Did they look like a cat porcupine?
No. Whoever it is, they didn't look like her. Do we think she'll be able to control? Is this going to manifest in some other way, or...
I feel like now that she knows she's the clairvoyant, she can start wearing floral again.
Maybe. I don't know why she has the
know.
porcupine face, though. I don't know what that has to do with it. Is this
feel
going to
like
be a
she's
good thing or bad thing?
I feel like she's a combo, and I think she's very complicated, and I still kind of think she's a villain. So.
Oh, yeah, she's...
I definitely am. I feel that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was all about beauty, and it looks like she's lost her kind of traditional beauty, and that's going to always maybe be a problem for her.
Listen, she had her hot moment. She was hot.
She was really
She
hot.
was the hot girl on.
Maybe her spikes will start growing even further and little flowers will bloom out the end.
That will be weird looking.
She'll
She'll
marry
be
Groot.
Not be okay.
She's Groot.
We don't really mean that.
No.
Do not write us.
No.
We know she's
I'm
not Groot.
teasing.
They
I'm
will never
teasing.
meet. I can guarantee you that.
teasing.
All right, last topic before we,
Or will they?
move on. Hey, Fitz obviously has teamed up. Will team up with Hunter and Coulson.
I love
You
all my
like
men. I
Fitz?
love all my men being together. Coulson and Fitz
Oh.
together.
And
I
Hunter
love
now
them.
too, right?
Yeah, he's okay.
Oh, he's okay.
But Fitz and Coulson.
And don't forget Ward's coming soon, Anastasia.
Oh, okay, good. So you're not one of those. We're not shipping him at all. in any way.
Nope. He can leave.
No, that scene was so great with Fitz in the bathroom calling Hunter and Coulson and being like, "Hey guys, can I come hang out with you? But first, can you teach me how to get a tail off?"
Very cute. But how?
Get a tail off.
Fitz doesn't.
I can
know-
teach him.
Wait, sorry. Actually, whoa.
Just.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either,
was kinda
but I
listening
wanna
and I was like,
help
wait a minute,
him.
are we tails?
I don't know,
yeah.
but I want to help.
Oh,
We're
'cause you
talking
like
about the 90s character from Sonic the Hedgehog.
him. He was my favorite character. Anyway,
Okay.
Fitz, he knows he's being tailed, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't know that now maybe the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are kind of turning on Coulson, like including maybe May and Simmons a little bit. They're finding what he's doing sketchy.
You know what though, the thing is that Coulson kept saying to May, like, "You're in charge. If anything happens, you're in charge, you're in charge." So I definitely don't think he's doing anything that May would disapprove of.
I agree.
All right. So even when we figured out what's going on, it's not going to be some awful thing.
I think that May's gonna have Coulson's back. I do.
What about Simmons? She's always kind of...
Simmons is up in the air, but just remember that
a
last
swinging door.
episode, Simmons, made a sandwich for Fitz. So I think
That's
she's
because it's Fitz. I don't know in the bigger picture if she's not going to sway a little bit because she does that.
She'll sway a little,
You
but
know.
she'll come back.
Because Fitz will be there.
Swaying
Fitz,
Simmons.
Follow
Coulson.
the Fitz. Follow him.
It's a family over at regular S.H.I.E.L.D., at Coulson S.H.I.E.L.D.
The regular S.H.I.E.L.D., the first S.H.I.E.L.D.
other
not
S.H.I.E.L.D.
real S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well,
and other
on that
S.H.I.E.L.D.
note, it is that time. We got to have that commercial break. Do come back. We actually have a little special thing happening. So come back. You're going to want to come back because we have something for you in just a bit.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
So this is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
Bennet, the more brutal you are,
the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell her go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey, you still there? We're still here.
Oh.
I promised you something very special, like a gift or something, and I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie Pressman. What do we got?
So last week on our episode, we started this giveaway where we were giving away a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. lanyard, like they have on the show, a prop replica, signed by the Stan Lee. And we asked you guys to tweet all week, and we would pick one winner, and that winner is, drumroll, it's Christy. That's Confundo Christy.
Oh, yeah.
That's Confundo Christy. So Christy, I will be contacting you to get all of your info so you can get that lanyard.
Nice.
That's awesome,
Unless
right?
you don't want
That
it,
is
because I
nice.
can take it if
No,
you don't want it.
no, she's a
See,
super
I can
fan.
take
Give it to her. Do
And
not
come on, her name
stop.
has Harry Potter
It
reference
is a
in
great
it.
reference.
All right, you
She
can
is
have
the
it.
sister of Steven Jampa. They're like our biggest fans.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Congratulations, Christy. We're so happy you got it. And Christy's actually in the chat room right now. So hopefully you saw that. Also, we have some other people chatting right now. Bear Tosser at it again has decided that Anastasia has a couple name with Fitz. It's Fitzastasia.
Oh
That is
my
hard
God,
to
this
say.
is the greatest moment of my life.
I'm gonna make t-shirts. Sean McKay said he's just waiting for Quake versus Reyna. Laugh out loud.
That'll be sexy.
Amelia Scott says, haha, Fitz is awesome. Saul Perez, Reyna is falling for Gordon. Yeah.
saw that.
She has no taste.
Amelia Scott's also talking about how seductive Reyna was with Gordon, and now she sees the future. That's right, because she was seductive. I guess that means if we just get seductive, we can see the future.
I think those were two separate thoughts.
No, I disagree. I
Maybe
think you
she
didn't.
sees the future in his.
Oh. What's
She sees the future, and he sees nothing. Wah, wah.
All right, you know where we go now. Fan questions from Twitter all week long. You can get us at hashtag AOSAS. And so here's this first one. It's a little tricky, so I'll explain it to you. This one is from Jessica at, is that Tiny or Tinny 86? Or do we find out at the end of this season of AOS that Fury takes the title of director back? This is from a full feed of fans talking about basically who's going to be the director by the end of this season. And they're talking about in regard to the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Will it be like Fury? Will it be maybe someone like a Tony Stark or someone else, Civil War? Will it be Coulson? Will it be, who will it be?
It's gonna be Fury. I keep saying it's gonna be Fury. It's gonna be Fury. It's gonna be Fury. I really hope.
I feel like it's gonna be Fury. I'm not super like. It's okay. He'll be Fury.
All right. I don't know, but I guess I'll be like, not devil's advocate, but I have to say something else. I don't want to just say Fury. Let's go with Coulson, because they really have invested a lot in Coulson. He's like in all the cartoons now. He's in the comics, so why not?
I feel like I would love it to be Coulson, but I feel like he's got to go on his own and be like the rebel and be all cool. Or maybe that's just my fantasy.
Yeah, that's what
I
it
don't
sounds like. You're like cheating on Fitz already. You haven't even like went on the first date.
Fitz and Coulson and me, we can combine it all.
Oh, God.
I cannot wait for Samuel L. Jackson to come back as Fury. Whether it's in cinematic or it's on S.H.I.E.L.D., I just can't wait.
Yeah, I agree. Fan question number 2 is from IGN. You know IGN, the whole network, they do things.
Gaming network.
An Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff is in the works. It's been the buzz all week. But what's it about? So what's the spinoff going to be about? What are your ideas?
Well, everyone's saying on Twitter, or like I've watched everyone talk about it all week, and they're all saying it's S.W.O.R.D. It could be real S.H.I.E.L.D. It could just be Afterlife. It could be just a spinoff that's Afterlife or Inhumans.
That would be okay.
That's a good
it would tie into the Inhumans movie and all that. I'd be down for that. I don't think it's S.W.O.R.D.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
For me,
S.W.O.R.D.
it is,
either. But that's what I just keep reading over
Right.
and over again is people think it's S.W.O.R.D.
I mean, it would be great. It would be great if it was S.W.O.R.D. I just don't think.
I think it's going to be a
S.H.I.E.L.D.
more
in space.
obvious spinoff, something that we really connected to, like maybe Deathlock, maybe Agent Ward. I don't know what he would be doing.
I just don't know how much we could really watch of that. Like it's, like on its own. just Deathlock on its own.
I guess maybe it wouldn't be on its own. I agree. I get that.
I feel like we could see Afterlife or like the Inhumans
definitely.
on their own for a while.
What other group of agents or whatever is out there? I mean, there's got to be. Oh, Bobby.
Well, that's what I said. I said other S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Bobby.
Yeah, if they go
Then
Mockingbird.
what are you gonna be like? The S.H.I.E.L.D. and then the other S.H.I.E.L.D.
The real S.H.I.E.L.D.
The real S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the
I don't
real
like the title.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't like the title.
There's like
It's like the real Ghostbusters, you guys. There's like
That was
there's
so dumb.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nobody's
and
gonna
then
get that.
there's
Google it. That is a
there's
very old
the
reference.
real Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Do we have one more question? Let's move on. Secret Avengers. Anyway, I'll move on. Next question, last question. All about Daredevil. I'm sure someone watched that. Maybe a few people watched it. This is from Ethan Greenberg at the E-Man22. I know that Daredevil is on Netflix and can do more things, but I honestly can't believe that Marvel is behind both AOS and Daredevil, a common thing that everyone talked about. Daredevil's so much better than AOS. Why isn't Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so bad? Why did Marvel get it right on Daredevil? What do we think about that?
Well, I think there's two major things. One has a freer format where they're not talking about sponsors. They can say and go there, violence-wise, that they can't on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They just can't.
For many reasons, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
ABC is ABC. And
Right.
Netflix is Netflix.
Right.
I mean, just think about it. ABC is Disney, basically. So
Yeah, it is.
There-
It is Disney.
you
That's
have to
a
do
lot
what
of
Disney.
it.
I have not watched Daredevil yet. I am watching it. I was planning on watching at least the first
You're
two
a bad
episodes
Marvel
today.
Fan, I have to say it. You like lose
Get outta
Marvel
here.
points.
You know, my identity was stolen today. I had a
No
day. I was
excuses.
gonna watch
Not
it today.
an excuse for not watching every single second of Daredevil and starting it over again, because that's life.
I saw it, and I mean,
I'm watching it tonight when I
I
get
just think
home,
they're
you guys.
different shows, though. They're just different shows. I mean, it's the same universe, but they're incomparable.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, and you can see that different takes on different the same universe, but different takes inside the same universe, like Daredevil movie versus Daredevil television show.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both Daredevil shows or stories. It's just
What
different
about
worlds.
Ant-Man, you guys? That Ant-Man trailer. What about that? That was great,
That
you
was
guys.
something. There was a lot of Marvel stuff this week.
It was great Marvel
It was a
week.
great Marvel
Keep
week.
it coming.
Let's keep doing that.
Ultron premiered. I mean, this has
I
been a
didn't get to
Marvel
see it.
week.
Nobody sent me a ticket. but-
I haven't seen it yet either.
Oh.
But it was a Marvel week. It was a marvelous week.
Oh my
I know,
goodness.
which is
Us
what
with the
I,
puns
live
this
for.
afternoon.
It was amazing and marvelous.
Yep, now that means I gotta wrap it up. There was 3 puns. Okay, so before we go, Twitter shout outs, as always, of course, Agent Coulson's Army, that's at iHeartCoulson. Joshua Figueroa in the comments with us all week long on Twitter in the feed, and that is at Numobi, Numobi, at S.H.I.E.L.D. Radio, that's the Helicarrier podcast, and Johnny Navarro also very much communicating with us all week long. That is at Tron3712. Thank you. I think that is our show for this week. Please come back next week. We're about to wrap up this season, basically, guys. So,
What?
yeah, it's almost over.
How many episodes do we have left?
Like 1 more.
What?
Yeah, it's a little short season. I think we got 1 episode. Sorry, that's it, guys. See you next week. For more of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show, hit that button and subscribe to theStream.tv.